Yes, and we're back with another episode of the Streetpreneur Podcast. Today I have a very special guest. She's involved in the financial industry. She's also involved in customer service, virtual call center, as well as credit. So if those that need credit, help with your credit, whether it's business credit or personal credit, she's here to help you with also retirement plans and any other things that's dealing with insurance issues as well. I would like to welcome Kelsie Mackey to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. How you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing well and blessed. Can't complain.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Yes.
You've been doing financial services and
Yes.
a lot of other services, helping a lot of small business owners out,
Yes.
as well as just the common everyday general person that's in the public. So,
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your company services.
So what we focus on right now is financial education. You know, a lot of people are uneducated about money.
Yes,
So what
that's
I
true.
do is make sure that I'm educating you, one, about how money works, the rules of money, and what the wealthy are doing with their money. Because a lot of middle class Americans, they may make a lot of money, but don't know what to do with the money. So I sit down with them and say, hey, let's build a financial plan and let me show you what wealthy people are doing with their money. And so when I sit down with them, they have no clue about this information. And it's been around for generations.
Yes, it is.
You know, so they just wasn't privileged to this information and just wasn't educated about the rules of money.
Okay. What is the first thing that you talk to people about when they come to you? I want to get my finances together. Do you put them on a budget, or do you talk to them about the debt that they have first, and what are you spending out versus the amount of money that you're bringing home? So just kind of explain that situation. What are some of the first steps that you recommend to your clients?
So first we do a financial needs analysis where we look at 6 steps. The first step is your income. How much money coming in versus how much money is going out.
True.
And if not enough money is coming in, then I can help you on the entrepreneur side for that.
Okay.
Then the second step, if you have kids, grandkids, maybe you have nieces, nephews, you want to make sure you're saving for their college and for their future. We look at that. And then emergency funds, the third step. You know, most people can't put their hands on $400 in case of emergency. Most times when they have an emergency, what's the first thing they want to use? Credit cards.
Yeah, they do.
But if you're building that emergency fund and saving now, then you can use those funds. And then we want to make sure that you're building generational wealth. You know, making sure that the money that you're bringing in, you're able to save, build that wealth, and then we're going to help you preserve that wealth as well.
Okay.
So we definitely look at those 6 steps, and we actually build a plan for where they are now and where they're looking to go for their future.
Right. I want to talk about this. This is just a rumor that's on the internet that I hear a lot of people talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Is $100,000 enough money to survive? I know it's based on demographic, based off where you live. Of course, if you were in a smaller state, maybe like Mississippi or Arkansas, that $100,000 would be maybe equivalent to maybe $80,000 or something like that. Just kind of break that down. I just want to hear your opinion on it. Is $100,000 enough money to survive?
Absolutely not. Because one thing we have is inflation, right?
Okay.
And so, even if you're making $100,000, where are you putting that money? Is your money working as equally hard as you working for the money, right?
That's true.
And so what we try to do is make sure you at least have $1 million in retirement and $1 million down the road.
Oh, okay.
Most people in my industry, in the financial industry, we're the number 1 highest paying industry in the entire world. Most of my business partners and colleagues, they're making $100,000 in a month.
Oh, okay.
And so if you're making less than that, so it's
Right.
And so I'm a millennial and I have an 8-year-old. I'm actually saving for my great grandkids right now.
Okay.
You know, so $100,000 is not enough. No.
So what are some of the vehicles right now what people need to be investing in?
Definitely indexed universal life policies. A lot of people do not know that wealthy individual invest in life insurance. Why? Because to the IRS and to predators, life insurance is not considered a financial plan.
Okay.
However, there are tax codes that's connected to life insurance where you can build an emergency fund, you can build your retirement, and no one other than the owner and the insured can touch that money. And so a lot of wealthy are putting their money there because it's also tax-free. You can put money in tax-free, you can take money out tax-free, and it's flexible. You got a high rate of return that most people want when they want to invest. You have the safety of the bank. And then, like I said, you have that tax-free as well.
Right.
So putting money into index universal life is bar none the best out here right now.
Right. And how do you trust the banking system right now? We know one bank closed, and a lot of people are starting to get worried. A lot of people are pulling their money out of banks and looking for other institutions to invest and put their money. Mm-hmm. So I just want to hear your opinion on it. Do you trust the banking system right now?
What I can say is the banks are putting their money in life insurance, right? And
why do you say that? How do you know?
The banks are putting their money in life insurance. Yes.
Why life insurance?
Because of the tax-free that you're getting, because of the high rate of return. Mm-hmm. Let's say if you put money in your savings account, they're giving you from 0.01%, right?
Right.
But then let's say if you have an IUL, you can get anywhere from 6 to 12%. So when you put your money in a savings account at a bank, the bank is now putting their money inside of life insurance where they're getting a high rate of return. So what I teach is let's cut out the middleman and you have your own personal banking, right?
Right.
So let's say if you put $100,000 in the bank one day and you go in and try to take that money out, more than likely it's not in there, right?
That's true.
But if you put in your own financial plan, all you're doing is making a phone call and you can get your money.
Okay. Let's touch on inflation. How is inflation right now affecting business owners and people financing? What are you hearing that people are worried about?
Yes. For one thing, inflation is really huge right now. And it mainly came from the pandemic, right? A lot of people was working, but if you notice, everything has went up. The housing market has went up, food, grocery, gas, everything increased.
Yes.
So when you normally have been saving and thinking that your saving is good, but you could be saving but not enough. It's not outpacing inflation. That's why putting your money in the bank is not always the best, especially if you make a lot of money, because it's not going to outpace inflation because you're not getting no high interest. But if you put in your money inside of financial products where you get a high rate of return and it's not in the stock market, just mirroring what the stock market do, you're definitely going to have more money working for you.
Okay. Definitely. I want my viewers out there. You heard her. She's definitely dropping some gems and advice that we all need to know. Definitely give her a call, consult with her on your financial plan. So let's talk about your virtual call center.
Yes.
How did you get started in that particular business?
Actually, I got started in it. So prior to me being full-time in this business, I was working as a mail carrier. And I always told myself I do not see myself working for someone and for a corporation for 20, 30, 40 years. So what can I do now to work for myself and do it from home, right? And so I was just researching a lot of information, seeing what I can do. And I came across the platform that I use for the call center. And I said, this is a great opportunity, not even just for me, but for a lot of other people. If you don't want to go into a location and work, you want to work on your own time, you could do so. So you're an independent customer service agent, and you're servicing different companies. We've got like Home Depot, you got cruise lines and things, Coach retail outlet, and you're doing it all from home. When you work, you make money.
Okay.
And so a lot of people that I have introduced this to, maybe they want to partner with me in my financial business, but may not have the funds right away. So, hey, let's start in my call center. You make money, and you have that to fund your future.
Okay. And how, for someone that's interested in that particular service and being a call service center representative, what are the first steps?
The first step is making sure you have the system and equipment.
Okay.
You got to have either a PC or a laptop. Everything has to be wired. And that's pretty funny because I know nowadays everything's kind of like Bluetooth and things, but your internet has to be wired. You got to have a headset, keyboard, and mouse, everything wired to the computer. Once you have that set up, it's only a one-time $30 background check, and you can get started.
Okay. And how long is the training for?
So it depends on the client. Most training could be anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. And because, mind you, everything is virtual. So it's not like a job or somewhere you can call real quick and get answers. So they teach you the system. They teach you everything virtually. And once you complete the training, then you start picking the hours you want to work.
Okay. And so you will be working in as little as 3 months or 6 months or...
So whenever you want to work. So when I first started, I was doing the Coach retail outlet. That was last year around Christmas time.
Okay.
And so I was working a lot because it was Christmas time. People were calling in, placing orders. And so now what I do is it's a roadside assistance, 24 hours.
Okay.
So like when I'm up late at night, because I'm a night owl. So when I'm up late at night, not doing anything, hey, let me just hop on, make some extra money. Why not? You know? Right. And so I do that overnight. And so with all the different companies and clients that you could service, you choose which one you want, you complete the training, and you just start servicing them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's touch on technology for a minute. Of course, you know AI technology is getting ready to take over a lot of industries.
Yes.
Do you feel that the services that you offer now, your virtual call center, will be taken over completely by AI? Will those jobs be replaced?
Yes, absolutely. I just seen a article where it's in Texas, one is in California, of a McDonald's that's fully IT, fully computer. There is no employees. And so you got to think about that. If you're an employee right now, what if you walk into your job and they say, okay, we no longer need you because we have this robot machine? First of all, what are you going to do? Do you have a backup plan? You know? And so for me, I'm trying to help those who don't have any business right now, who don't have a say in how much they want to make. You know, you start being independent and at least starting to work for yourself. No matter if you have a full-time job somewhere else, you still will be taken care of financially. Okay. But definitely you need to have something that's going to be around, that's in kind of technology. And that's virtual right now. You know, working from home virtually or having a home-based business, right? And so I definitely recommend, like I said, even if you're at a job, have something that you own so nobody can take it away from you.
Right. Do you have an on-site facility or is everything virtual? Everything
virtual. Everything. So in my financial business, I'm licensed in 19 different states, and I help my clients all on Zoom. You know, let's say if they're in Florida, they in Texas, wherever they are, I can hop on a Zoom. Let's say if they want me to speak in front of a group, we do it all on Zoom.
Okay.
In the call center, you could be at home. You could be at home, and it's all from home.
Okay. What are some of your future plans for the company? Are you planning on scaling your business?
Absolutely. My goal is to be licensed in all 50 states, in Canada and in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Because right now, with the firm that I'm in and the platform that I use, I get compensated twice a week. So my goal is to be compensated 6 days straight.
Right.
You know, 6 days straight. And so the more I'm helping families, one, they're seeing and learning, you know, about finances. Right. And then two, I'm able to turn into distribution where no matter what state they're in, guess what? They can help family. Right. And then now we're all making money. We're all, you know, helping families, and it's all in the United States and Canada and in Puerto Rico.
That's true. That's big. I can see that vision definitely happening for you.
Yes.
What other financial planning do you think during this particular period that we're in right now, during the recession, that's missing that people need to do to help better their situation currently?
Yes, definitely when it comes to budgeting. I think most people they're kind of looking for fast money, making fast money and spending it fast, right? And so for me, I'm a millennial. So by the time I'm 35, going in my 40s, I don't want to be in a position where I have to work. Right. So right now, my goal is to go as hard to at least 2 to 5 years, as hard as I can to build, so that way now I can enjoy life. You know, I can work when I want to work, or if I choose not to. You know, so definitely budgeting to know that, hey, you know, we're living longer now, right? Do you want to have to work in your 40s, 50s, 60s? You know, a lot of people in their 50s now are leaving their main industry to partner in my industry because they see how it's scalable, how they can help so many families and things like that. So saving more, taking care of yourself more. Right. When you get compensated or when you get paid, pay yourself first. Put it in financial vehicles that's going to grow for you, right? And then as you're getting older, let's say if you want to buy a house, right? Instead of going to get loans or trying to figure out what you're going to do, you can use your own money. You know, especially if you have kids, you have to save for your kids. My son is 8 years old. I started his plan when he was 3. By the time he's my age, he's going to have over $500,000. By the time he's in his 50s, he's going to have over $2 million. And that's just the bare minimum, you know. Cool. So that's not me overfunding his financial products and plans. Right. But basically making sure you save more than you spend. Definitely.
Gotcha. That's definitely important. I hope everybody's listening to that and follow that advice.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you want the general public to know right now about your services or how can they reach out and get in contact with you?
Yeah, so I'm Locs Financial. That's LOCS Financial. And my website is locsfinancial.com. I have all of my services on there. So even though I do financial insurance, like I said, I do life insurance, I do health insurance, I do legal insurance, and the call center. You know, my goal is to make sure whatever your dreams in life, you know, what is the true American dream? That the true American dream is to having that time freedom that you want. You know, not having to be at a job asking for permission to go to the restroom, not having to ask for permission to spend time with your family, right? So I want you to be happy, enjoy life, and on your own terms. Be your own boss. Have ownership of what you would like, you know, in life. And partner with me, you can definitely. I have witnessed it. I have seen it. I have multi-millionaire families right now and business partners that's teaching me how to be the next millionaire. And I can teach those to do the same.
You heard it right here. And we want to welcome you. Thank you for coming out to the show.
Absolutely.
For taking time out. And we definitely look forward to having you back as a guest to, you know, give us the latest information on financial news.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
So we'll definitely make that opportunity happen.
Yes.
So I want to thank everybody for watching today. This is Streetpreneur Podcast. Please continue to like, subscribe, and share the channel. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. We're here every Friday with a different episode from a different entrepreneur. We want to thank everybody and appreciate you and thank you.
Awesome.
All right. That's pretty good.